Sound check 1, 2, 3. Sound check 1, 2, 3.
Good morning. Welcome to the Wentworth Lodge Heritage Trust Fund Subcommittee meeting. We're just waiting for all members of the committee to get online. We're having some technical difficulties as some members are trying to join. So we're just on recess right now and we'll be joining shortly. Thanks, Paul, for joining us. We're just waiting for John to get online, and then I think we'll have everyone here.
While we're waiting, just testing to see if my audio works this year.
We can hear you perfectly. And Jamie and Alan, if you want to test your audio as well.
Good morning, everybody.
We can hear you perfectly. So John is trying to still join us, but we do have quorum present. So I'm being advised we can start today's agenda. So I'd like to call today's meeting of the Wentworth Lodge Heritage Trust Fund Subcommittee meeting to order. It's October 17th, 2025. My name is Councillor Alex Wilson. I'll be chairing today. Joining us online, we have Paul Spinney, representing the Wentworth Lodge Family Council. And also online, we have Alan Eastman, a resident member. John Gumbert from Dundas Seniors Club may be joining us for the meeting. So a reminder that if we have phones, electronic devices, we're going to have those switched to a non-audible meeting. And our first item is the approval of our agenda. This is just a quick 2-item agenda. It's the same one we're familiar with from past years. It is the approval of minutes from our last meeting and then an annual investment decision with respect to the trust. Is there any comments on the agenda? Could I get a mover and a seconder to approve the agenda if we're ready to go? And thank you. It looks like John, is that you who just called in?
That's John, yes.
Perfect, John. Glad to have you. My name's Alex Wilson. I'm chairing today. We're just on approving the agenda. Is that something you'd be interested in moving?
Okay, put my name down for that.
Thanks, Paul. And are you offering to second?
Yes, I am.
Perfect. That's a mover and a seconder to approve the agenda. Could I get a quick show of hands vote just to approve our agenda today? Or in the case of John, if you're able to, when I'm not talking so we can hear you, let us know if you're okay to move with a verbal yes.
I'm okay.
Perfect. Thank you. Are there any declarations or of conflicts of interest or of interest on today's committee meeting?
None.
Not seeing any. Can I get a mover and a seconder to adopt the minutes of our previous meeting? This was held on December 10th of 2024.
I move to adopt them.
Thank you, Paul. I'm happy to second that. And again, just another show of hands vote to receive those minutes.
Yes.
Perfect. That carries, I believe. And then really why we're here, this is the Wentworth Lodge Heritage Trust Fund financial status for 2025. There's some recommendations within this report. I'm going to ask for just a very brief overview of the report, if that's possible. But before we do, can I just get a mover and a seconder to put the report on the floor for consideration?
I read that.
Perfect. Thank you. Paul, are you okay to second?
Yes, I am.
Perfect. Director Odiarty, am I going to you for just a brief overview of the 7525 and any other kind of relevant background information?
Through the chair, Holly O'Doherty, Director of Long-Term Care and Seniors. Yes, Councillor Wilson.
Are you able to provide just a very brief overview of the recommendations contained within the report?
Absolutely. So, Councillor and subcommittee, this report is before you to share the recommendations for the Wentworth Lodge Heritage Trust Fund account, where the suggestion and recommendation is 75% of the Heritage Fund remain in the bank account at a rate of 2.975%, and with 25% invested in a GIC at 2.75%. We're also recommending that the Chief Investment Officer be authorized to support 75% of investment terms throughout the course of the year if there's any optimization of growth to happen. And the last recommendation is that the home has the ability for $20,000 of this money to be able to support resident activities for enhancing quality of life and activities within the home. This trust fund has been in place for a number of years, which has supported many activities to support residents, quality of life, and there has been a great support from Councillor councillors and the subcommittee in actioning the work of the staff and supporting the staff. This particular year, there was an investment in a number of 75-inch screen TVs that residents have been very grateful for, MP3 players to help with music therapy and other items. And so this particular trust fund that is specific to Wentworth Lodge continues to support residents' quality of life here. Thank you, Councillor.
Thank you very much, Director, for that overview. Are there any questions from committee members about the recommendations in the report? Any comments at all? The only other thing we have to do today is vote on this, and then we're done. So if there are any comments or questions, just want to pause to make sure we do have a chance to get those aired or get those answered.
Just a little question from Dundas Senior Citizens.
Yep.
Since we have a part in this trust fund group, a member, can we assume that the trust fund was sort of set up by a previous member of the Dundas Seniors Club?
There was a bit of background on my end just in parts of that question. I don't know, Director Odiardi, if you heard all the question or if it'd be helpful to have it repeated. Paul, if you're comfortable just muting yourself so we don't have the background as other folks are speaking, and then unmuting yourself when you next want to speak, that might help with some of the multiple mics, but I don't know if it's helpful to have the question repeated or if enough of it was heard to answer.
Through the chair, I believe the question was there a Dundas senior citizen member that was originally part of the committee? Is that accurate?
The donor.
The donor?
Yes.
The donor was a family member of a resident that resided at Wentworth Lodge. I do not know if they were a Dundas citizen or not.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other questions about the report or the recommendations in front of us, namely the investment decision with the fund? Not seeing any, that's okay. It's been moved and seconded. The only thing left on our agenda today is to vote on that, and then if it's approved, that would bring us to the end of our meeting, and we'll likely see everyone else this time around next year. So just before we do wrap up, could I get a show of hands vote and then a verbal yes if you're calling in to approve the recommendations? Perfect. Thank you. That carries unanimously. Thank you, everyone, committee members, staff, everyone for taking the time to have this meeting today and to participate. Really, really appreciate that. And that ends our meeting today, and have a good year if we don't see folks until next year. Thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you much. See you all. Come again.